Welcome to Cars, Numbers and You. My name is Franz, and this reading is for all Earth signs. That will be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And this is for September 29, which is the new fall season. I know that I've been absent from doing readings, but during the summer I had an accident with my phone where I film my videos. I don't have an alternate camera, so I had to take a forced break up until now that I figured out how to do this with an auxiliary camera and the setup and whatnot. Anyway, we're here, and this reading again is for all Earth signs. And we are going to do the planetary spread for the new Mythic Tarot, and we're going to complimentary add an advice card from the Olympus Tarot, which are two of my favorite Greek decks. And let's start with the Moon, which are the inner emotions. Then we're following by Mercury, which is the mind and education for Earth sign the next 30 days. This is followed by Venus, the relationships, what we have in the relationships realm. This is followed by the Sun, individual goals. Let's see what we have for all Earth signs in the next 30 days. And after the Sun, we have Mars, which is conflict and challenges. What? Go challenges, Mars challenges. It's you. After Mars, oh my God, what's going on? After Mars goes Jupiter, which is expansion, growth. What do we have for Jupiter? And if you can hear a little, that's the call to prayers. Is I am in Egypt at the moment, and those background noises it's impossible not to do it, because every time that I record, there's always some sort of noise. So there's Saturn, limitations and restrictions. We have our 7 cards, yes, the 7 planets, the 7 classical planets. And we are going to finalize with advice for the Earth sign for the next 30 days. Earth signs, advice for the Earth signs next 30 days. Earth signs, 30 days. Earth signs, okay. Let's go. The Moon, inner emotions, we have the 9 of Wands. Some of you definitely, right now it's a moment of hardships. It's a moment of being in this battle. After you've been through a lot of battles, there's a point where it's kind of like, am I done? Am I gonna win? Am I not gonna win? It's kind of like this race until the finish line, and you feel that you're finally home, but you still have one more challenge. So there is a little bit of fatigue going on. So it's very important that at this point you take care of your emotional realm. It's time for you to also take care of your body. Particularly because sometimes when we feel overburdened by preoccupations, by things that a spouse or a partner do, causes a lot of strife. But at the end of the day, when you breathe and you allow yourself that space, that is going to allow you to finally reach the finish line, or in the case of a warrior, to finally declare victory, and you get your spoils of war. And this is followed by Mercury, which is the mind and education. We have the Justice with Athena, which is the goddess of wisdom, but she's also the goddess of many other crafts that utilizes the mind in very tactical ways. I feel that for some of you, it's time for you to go back to school. That being that you had it contemplated, or that being because right now you are in a business or in a job that requires you to get more insight or get education in things that you didn't know how to do. This is a really good time, and Athena is also letting you know that at the end of the day, you are in a good path. So there is no time for hesitation. There is no any reason for why you need to be concerned about. You are going to be successful at that which you teach and what you learn, because this also talks about people who have the capacity to teach others, not necessarily being a teacher in a school, but rather showing who you are as a person and serving as an example to others. And then after that we have Venus, the relationship we have the Emperor with Zeus, father and daughter. It's very interesting that Zeus come in relationship, because Zeus, as the king of the Olympian gods, he oversees everything. There is nothing that is hidden from Zeus except when Hera, is able to trick him somehow, like what happened in the Trojan War. Alas, as a relationship, it tells you about, this is time for you to pay attention back to yourself. This is time for you to realize that at the end of the day, you are the queen or the king of your world. There's also a little bit of cautions, because remember that Zeus also has his dark side, and he likes to sleep around. He is a lover, and he likes to mix himself with a lot of mortals and immortals. So there is a little bit of awareness of if you are going to pay attention to yourself, there's also a time for you to also be conscious of the relationships that you have with others, and yet you don't abuse of them, or that they feel that you are after them only for sex, and it realizes that you can break some hearts, and you definitely don't want to be in that position. Nonetheless, having him as an emperor is definitely a really good card, because it is time for you to see life from a different perspective, and this is a perspective of loving yourself first and then having love for others. And after that, we're followed by what it is, the Sun, and this is the Knight of Wands. And it's interesting that the Knight of Wands come in this position, because the Knight of Wands tells you that it's time for you to go for what you want. And by that, I don't mean necessarily trample over others, but rather that you understand that you have the confidence, that you understand that you have goals in life, that being professional goals, that being emotional goals, that being goals related to developing your body. If you've been in a plan to lose weight and you want to get healthier, this is the time to execute. It's not time to think about it. It's simply about going and taking action in those things that you want. It's interesting that Bellerophon is on top of Pegasus, and Pegasus is one of the most beautiful creatures in the universe, because it's actually outlasted Bellerophon, and it's a very subtle but very powerful energy that is going to allow you to travel if that's what you wish, or create a new business. Whatever it is that you set out to do, you're going to have that spiritual help from Pegasus into realizing your dreams. And this is followed by Mars, which is conflict and challenges, and here we have the King of Pentacles. I feel that for some of you, you have to be wary about either having a boss which might be a manipulator, or if you work for yourself, you need to be very aware of how you come across to others. Are you being too overbearing? Are you not paying fairly your employees? You do if there is any conflict, do you allow people to do as they want and you don't intervene? It's very important that you take care of your finances. That being that you work for yourself, do you work for others? Because this is a time where there is gonna be a change when it comes to the way that you receive funds. That is that your business is going to change, or the nature of business is going to change, or you are going to be changing jobs. But regardless of the situation, this is a time for you to be wary of your money. You're going to have to be also wary about who you relate to. And if you feel that you have a boss that is not treating you right, or that you feel that you are being manipulated, this is time for you to be cognizant of that and take the necessary actions. Then we have Jupiter, which is expansion, and we have the star. Interesting enough, I feel that there's a lot of hope. I feel that when it comes to those things that can potentially gives you a lot of excitement in your life. If you work in a creative field, this means an opportunity that you've been waiting for long. If you have an online channel or a social media account, this is a really good time for it to prosper, for things to go to the next level. You're gonna have that opportunity. So if you've been working for a while, particularly, since this Nine of Wands, which is this, work energy, and also the Nine of Wands, this next 30 days, what means the whole month of October and a little bit up until the next full moon, you are going to be able to pursue your dreams and be successful at it. With the little caveat that you need to be cognizant of a little bit of illusions that there might be, because always when you have opportunities or you become famous, you're gonna have people that comes to you and they might not have the best intentions, and they might portray to you a facade only to take something from you. So that is something for you to be cognizant of. And we're finalizing with Saturn, the limitations and restrictions, and we have the Page of Pentacles, which is Triptolemos, if I am not mistaken. And Triptolemos is that human / semi-god which brought agriculture to ancient Greece. So these figures tells you about be wary of your money. Again, going back to the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles is asking you to be more resourceful on how you manage money. This is not time for overspending. This is not time for travels necessarily. This is not a time for investment. This is more the time for you to be nurture your finances or save money, if that would be the case, if you're transitioning to jobs. But ultimately, it's definitely an energy of understanding the resources that you have and make the best what you have with it, because after that you're going to be in a different energy, and that is going to require a different set of skills. But for the time being, do not engage in big businesses, or don't make decisions that can affect you on the long run, okay? And we're finalizing the advice for the earth signs with Hermes carrying Apollo's cattle in the chariot, which is a card 7. Interesting enough, the chariot is a card of energy. This is a card which let you know that this is the time for you to, again, go for your dreams, go for the things that you want to pursue, yet at the same time you need to be wary not to be caught. Because remember that before Apollo find out who took his divine cattle, Hermes was very, very smart on how he was able to, take the cattle and hide his steps and do all this complicated thing in order not to be seen. But obviously, Apollo being the sun, he can see on everything. And then he spoke with Zeus. And as you know, when they tried to get justice on his half brother Hermes, Hermes was even more clever, and he was able to not only make Zeus laugh, but he also created a beautiful lyre that he gave to his half brother Apollo, and that was able to produce a musical melody was not known before. And Apollo was so appreciative of this that he gave him the staff and the vision of prophecy, which is something that he already has. So this talks about a lot about cunning, but also swiftness. It is about anything that are movements. It's time for you to go for your goals, but at the same time be very cognizant and wary about your finances, and at the same time of people who might be surrounding you because they want to take advantage of what you have. And this is the reading for the earth signs. If you like the reading, press like, subscribe, and follow. Have a beautiful month.